Welcome to Volume 50 of Nintendo Switch games that I definitely believe you should buy before they become rare and expensive. We did it, guys. We're here. Volume 50. So in this video, I'm going to go over some games I've already talked about that have gone up in price, as well as some new games. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I post videos like this every single week. With that being said, feel free to sit back, relax, and let's dive into it. The first game we're going to talk about today is Pumpkin Jack. Dude, this game is so freaking cool. So this is a fun and spooky 3D action adventure game set in a Halloween themed world. You play as Jack, a mischievous pumpkin-head character brought back to life by the devil to stop a heroic wizard. The game has colorful levels filled with enemies, puzzles, and platforming challenges. You'll fight monsters, solve puzzles, and explore creepy locations like graveyards and haunted farms. It's lighthearted, fast-paced, and great for fans of games like Medieval and Jak and Daxter. So yeah, this game is amazing and super fun. I'm really into 3D platformers, and this one definitely hits the spot. And not to mention, I love Halloween. We definitely need more games like this. The gameplay is addicting, the graphics are great, and it runs pretty smooth on the Switch. If you're into games like Medieval, you're gonna love this one. Even though Halloween isn't for another 5 months, this game will definitely put you into the spirit. If you're into 3D platformers, I highly recommend adding this one to your list. Game number 2 is going to be Gal Guardians 2, Servants of the Dark. So this game is a 2D Metroidvania. Players control two different sisters who return to their castle to find it under attack. Their master Demon Lord Maxim has been defeated and his body is scattered. The sisters embark on a mission to collect Maxim's remains and restore him, battling various enemies and navigating through a demon-infested world. The game features dual protagonists, Metroidvania exploration, character progression, and co-op play. So yeah, this game is a great sequel, even better than the first one in my opinion. And what's cool about this one is that you can switch back and forth from different characters. So it's pretty similar to the first Gal Guardians game, but with its own unique twist. It runs very smooth, the graphics are awesome, and the gameplay is super addicting. If you're into Metroidvanias, this one's definitely for you. So a fun fact about this game is that it doesn't come out in the US until next month. Although in Japan and Asia, this game is already released, and I got my copy from PlayAsia.com. In conclusion, if you're looking for your next Metroidvania, this is definitely it. So go check it out, you're gonna love it. Game number 3 is gonna be The Bridge Curse, which I have the special edition. 1 second. Boom, there's the special edition for The Bridge Curse. So this is a game that I've already talked about, but it's definitely gone up in price since then, but we'll get to that in a minute here. So in this game, players navigate the university grounds, solving puzzles and evading ghosts through stealth-based gameplay. The game emphasizes exploration and atmosphere, immersing players in a narrative that unfolds from multiple characters' perspectives. The game has been praised for its engaging story and cultural authenticity. So yeah, this game is a true horror gem, and I will say, it's quite terrifying. If you're a fan of horror, you're definitely gonna love this game, and it runs pretty good on the Switch as well. So like I mentioned, I've talked about this game before, but since then, it's gone up in price. So I originally bought this game from PlayAsia.com for $40. The game itself is now worth $180, and the special edition, almost $300. That's insane. I mean, it kinda makes sense though because it was a limited print, but still, that's a lot. And these games are actually really good too. There's actually 2 games in the series. You have Bridge Curse 1 and 2, and they're both great. If you're into horror, this is another one that I definitely recommend adding to your list. Game number 4 is going to be Witch Spring R. And I got the special edition. 1 second. Boom! There's the special edition for Witch Spring R, and it's beautiful. So this is another game that I've talked about as well, but the US release was just recently, and I'm going to go over the prices here in just a minute. So this game is a charming single-player RPG. You play as Pieberry, a young witch living in isolation in the Black Witch's Forest. Her peaceful life is disrupted by a witch hunt, promoting her to embark on a journey filled with magic, danger, and self-discovery. The narrative unfolds with heartfelt moments and a cast of endearing characters, including her loyal companion, Black Joe. The game features turn-based combat and a crafting system, as well as vibrant anime-inspired graphics and a captivating soundtrack that enhances the magical atmosphere. So yeah, this is by far one of the most cozy and charming feel-good RPGs I've ever played. And like I was saying, I talked about this game before. There's been quite a few updates since its launch, and it runs great on the Switch. Now as for prices, so I got the limited edition from GameStop for $110. Now on eBay it's going for $250 to almost $500. That's a huge spike, and this game's only been out for about a month. I mean, of course some sellers are a bit more confident than others, but still, that's a lot. And I will say, this game is truly amazing. If you're into fun and charming RPGs, this one's definitely for you. Game number 5 is going to be Ruiner. And of course, I got the special edition. 1 second. Boom, there it is. The special edition for Ruiner. Dude, I love this game so freaking much. It is so good. So this game is a fast-paced top-down action shooter set in the year 2091. Players control a silent mass protagonist who embarks on a violent mission to rescue his kidnapped brother. The game features intense twin-stick shooter mechanics, allowing players to engage in brutal combat using a variety of weapons and abilities. And this game's definitely inspired by classics like Ghost in the Shell. So yeah, like I was saying, this game is so freaking good. Hands down one of the most addictive games I've ever played. The graphics are amazing, it runs very smooth, and the music is spot on. It definitely gets you pumped. So when I first got this limited edition, I got it for $60. Although now, it's going for $180. But what's actually very interesting though, is that there's only 8,000 copies made. So once the word gets out that it's only very limited, I'm sure it's going to go up in price even more. Anyways, this game is definitely a must play, so go check it out. Okay, now I got 2 bonus games. The first one being Ever 17 and Never 7. And of course, I got the special edition. 1 second. Boom, there's the special edition for Ever 17, Never 7. So this game is a collection of 2 different visual novels, and what begins as a lighthearted romantic slice-of-life narrative gradually introduces mysterious elements as Makoto experiences a reoccurring time loop, reliving the same week repeatedly. The game explores themes of fate, memory, and consequences of one's actions. So yeah, I will admit, I'm about 4 hours into the first game here, but I gotta say, it's amazing and I'm definitely loving it so far. If you're into visual novels, you're gonna love it as well. So when I got this game, I got it from PlayAsia.com for $54. As of right now, the base game is about $100 to $150. And as for the limited edition, that one's going for about $180. So if you're gonna go buy your copy on eBay, I definitely recommend buying the limited edition, because at that point, you might as well. So yeah, if you're into VNs, this is another one to add to your list. And before we get to the very last game, there's one more that I want to talk about in between this, and that's going to be The Last Faith. This game definitely deserves a round of applause. It is so good. It's a Souls-like Metroidvania, and it's amazing. The story's in depth, it runs so smooth, and it's very addictive as well. So as for prices, when I first bought this game, I got it for $49. The standard version is now $90, and the limited edition is going for about $160. So it was sometime last year when I talked about this game, and it's definitely gone up in price since then. But either way, this game is so cool and super fun. Another great one to add to your list. And last but not least is the game that I mentioned that went up the most in price, which I'm very surprised, and that game is Atelier Lulua. And what's so special about this one is the limited edition. Let me grab that, 1 second. Boom, there's the special edition for Atelier Lulua. This is hands down my most rare Nintendo Switch item, and for very good reason. We'll get to that in a minute here. So this game is your classic Atelier JRPG. It's fun, charming, lighthearted, turn-based. This is a great time. And of course, this game is definitely flooded with that gamer, e-girl kawaii aesthetic. But still, it's a really fun game. Now, as for prices, so the base game you can still find for around $60. Although, this limited edition is now worth $500 to $600. That's insane. When I was beginning to make this video, I was like trying to figure out which one was the most expensive. And this one I checked last and was completely blown away. I had no idea. That's insane. A lot of the games that I talk about in this series definitely do go up over time, and it's really fun to go back and check on them every now and then. So yeah, in conclusion, if you're an Atelier fan, this game is pretty fun. And if you're looking for the limited edition, definitely buy it while you can, because I'm sure it's only going to go up in price. Alright, well there you have it. there's a few more games that I definitely recommend checking out before they become rare and expensive. If there's more games you guys recommend, please let me know in the comments below. I'm into anything and everything that Nintendo Switch has to offer. And by the way, I just want to give a very big thank you to everyone that watches this series, as well as my channel. And I gotta say, I love chatting with you guys in the comments. You guys have great recommendations, great personalities. This is a fun community that we're building here. If you guys ever want to just chat about games or whatever, I'm on Instagram as well as here. So yeah, hit me up whenever. You guys are amazing and you're all great. I kind of want to find a fun way to give back to you guys. So if you guys can give me some ideas, let me know in the comments. But just know that I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. The next milestone is going to be Volume 100. And I'm sure by that time, we'll be talking about Switch 2 games. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, please subscribe. With that being said, hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Happy gaming, and God bless. Peace!